Hey YouTube, Bob here. Welcome to World of Nintendo. I've got a lot more content like this on the way, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment to let me know what you think. Here we go. Got a little something different for you today. You may remember that in my Nintendo favorites for the Nintendo Entertainment System, I mentioned Kid Niki was one of my favorite games. It's not a great game, but you know, we all have those guilty pleasures. And throughout the course of the time that I had it, this is the copy that I bought. It's not my original, sadly, because like many kids, I sold my original. But I picked this up in the probably the mid-2000s, maybe 2006, 2007. And at that time, you know, collecting wasn't nearly as expensive as it was now. But this is fairly complete. It has the box. I did unbox it in the video, so you saw that. Has the box, has the game in the case, and the instruction manual. So by most people's standards, that is complete. And I would agree. However, I always like to have absolutely everything that originally came with the game. And if you find that all in one listing on a site like eBay, that can be quite expensive. So sometimes what collectors do is we find other auctions that have bits and pieces of what we need to complete a particular game or console. So that's what I have going on here. So right off the bat underneath here you can see I have another bag that I could put with this Kid Niki game to make it complete. As a collector for almost 20 years now, I have accumulated quite a few of these bags, so that was just kind of part and parcel of being a collector. But what I was missing from this original game is a poster and a registration card for Data East, which is the publisher of this game. So once I put those three missing components together, I will have a super complete version of this game. So I thought I would take those things out of the package here for you today and complete my Kid Niki game for you, which is a process I've gone through for several of my games throughout the course of my collecting. So first of all, we'll open this up and see what's in this particular package. And please forgive my use of scissors here. This is kind of a strange instrument to use to open these, but those of you who try to make videos with dogs around, if your dogs are calm and happy where they are, you don't get up and leave the room in order to go get something that you need. You use what's close by. So that's what's going on here. So I'm going to snip this open at the very, very edge because I definitely would not want to slice through what's inside. And what is inside here is a piece of paper. No. An envelope. No. It is actually an envelope. But inside the envelope is the missing poster for the Data East games that were popular at the time. So we unfold this little mini poster here, and we see Karate Champ, Tag Team, Burger Time, Ring King, there's Kid Niki, Breakthrough, and Karnov, the popular Data East games at the time. In the past, a lot of these posters that came with games were two-sided, but not this particular one. This one's basically just an ad, and then sometimes publishers would include some nice big artwork, but that's not the case with this game. But there's one of the missing components for my Kid Niki game. Let's take a look and see what is in this package here. Again, please forgive my scissors. Alright, so it's very well packaged here. And if you were listening closely to the beginning of the video, you know that the only other component I'm missing here is the Data East registration card. Kind of a big package for just a registration card. You might think it's just in an envelope like the poster was, but in order to get this registration card, I had to buy another Data East game. So that's what we're seeing here. completely from the bubble wrap. Oh wow, they even took the time to include it in one of these nice plastic cases. That's fantastic. However, I am going to cannibalize this game and take the card from it and include it with my Kid Niki game. And maybe Kid Niki will be the game that is in this plastic case from this point on. But Tag Team Wrestling, we saw that included on the poster here. This is one of the Data East games that, in my opinion, wasn't nearly as popular as some of their other ones like Burger Time. So this was actually fairly cheap. You may have been thinking, oh my gosh, you bought an entire game just to get a registration card? Well, sometimes that's a good strategy depending on the game that you buy it with. And this particular game, not very popular, quite inexpensive, so I was happy to spend the couple dollars to get this in order to get my card to complete the Kid Niki game. So as we open up the plastic here, we'll see what's included with Tag Team Wrestling. Now, to my remembrance, the listing for this game did not include the poster, so this was not complete in that respect. But it does look like the poster, the registration card is in here. We'll take a look at that. Box with the styrofoam block. And it looks like with Tag Team Wrestling, we've got the instruction manual, actually in very nice, crisp, flat condition. And then the game cartridge itself. So this was almost complete minus the poster, because this game had the same poster with it. But as we take a look at this, Data East, a lot of the publishers included these correspondence cards with their games because they want to do a little bit of profiling about the people who are buying their games, where they purchased it from, if you read gaming magazines or computer magazines, and of course where you live. This one here doesn't seem to promise you anything for including your name and address or anything like that. So, but they do ask how you'd rate it. Excellent, very good, good, fair, poor. Name of your favorite computer magazine. How'd you hear about the game? Magazine, friends, store, other. What other type of computer system do you own? Apple, IBM, Commodore, other. Funny they're focusing on computers here instead of consoles. But what Data East arcade games are you familiar with? Karate Champ, Kung Fu Master, Commando, others. And then just some lines to include comments. So this is the Data East correspondence card, with which my Kid Niki game is now complete. Or if I really wanted to, I could have a complete in-box Tag Team Wrestling game. All depends on which game I want to include these components with. But for me today, it is Kid Niki. So we'll do a reverse unboxing here and get this all packaged back up, as it most likely was when it was bought new in the store. So we got all the documentation here, instruction manual, poster, and correspondence card. We'll get the game back in its bag. Fold it up at the bottom, and as was pointed out to me by a very astute viewer, that these were not included in the bag, they were kind of just tucked in the fold, just like that. And then the game was placed in the box with all the paperwork oriented towards the back so that the top flap did not interfere with closing the box. And with that, we have a complete 100% in-box copy of Kid Niki. So thank you guys for watching this video. Got a lot more varied content coming to you at World of Nintendo, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Take care.